The third is taking notice of two fellows in you. The one, the original source of your existence. The other, the fake fellow, the imitator, the negative fellow, who is like the joker in the circus, buffoon in the circus. So, take notice of two fellows existing in you. The two fellows are having the same name, I am. So, this is the second step. Now, this is what Patanjali calls the Lord. He is the Lord. But because He is the one who is living in you, in you, in you. And one who knows Him, that is the negative fellow, if once he knows the inner fellow, he gets absorbed into the inner fellow. And the inner fellow begins to shine through the body and the senses. Through the same apparatus, he begins to operate. From that time onwards, along with the apparatus, the total is called a Lord. So we call Lord Krishna, Lord Buddha, Lord Jesus. That is the meaning of Lord. When once the false fellow is awakened towards the real fellow inside, the false fellow gets burnt and disappeared into the light of the real fellow, while the total apparatus or the mechanism is quite intact. The whole constitution will be the same as before, because it is the pious instrument of the Lord, created by the Lord, for the play of the Lord. Always the Lord creates false fellows in each apparatus and begins to play with them. He allows the false fellow to play, to believe that he is living. He allows him to enjoy the environment, but at the same time, the fellow is very much afraid of the environment. He is too tired, too exhausted. Then he says, is this life? If this is life, is it worth living? Then the fellow calls him inside, asks him, you fellow, how is life? The fellow says, horrible. And this fellow says, not at all horrible. That is the play he is playing with every mechanism. Now, first of all, take notice of the existence of the Lord in you. Who is to take notice? The false I am. Because now we are living as false I am, we are expected to take notice of the existence of the real I am and gradually begin to make a total surrender to Him. Surrender what? Ourselves. Very easy. Within 1 second we do it. We many times do confessions at the confession cabin, but that is not confession. We have to make a real confession of what we have until what we are is left. Is it money? Yes. How much? $100. I will pay to my Guru if I can get the salvation. Next time he says $1,000. I will pay it. Next time he says, your watch is very good, give it to me. Then I say, sir, what about my salvation? Say, I am giving you many things. He says, total surrender. Total means everything. My house? Yes, give it away. My property? Give it away. Wife? Give her away. Children? Give them away. Have I surrendered totally? Totally false. That's not what is required. And if any guru demands such thing, remember that he is a guru of these fellows. The more he demands, the bigger is the guru of the negative I am. The test of a real guru is the one who does not want anything from you, who expects nothing from you. Because if he wants something from you, he must be inferior than yourself. How can he give you what you want? So he is not a guru. The moment he wants something from you, understand he is fit to be your disciple. So that is the acid test of a guru or a non-guru. Unless one has absorbed his negative I am into his positive I am, he can never be a guru of another. How can a blind man lead another blind man? When the fellow is already suffering, and when he wants some job for his son in America, how can he come to you and say, Robert, I am your guru. See that some job is given to my son.